Previously on the Stars of Huzuz.
Glad to see you're all right, Selene.
Tea. Starts drinking immediately.
Oh, we shouldn't have won this battle then.
Laddie, we just saw what you could do to those water freaks.
This is all very new to me, too.
Search for any clues.
So it's like sister betray?
Then I'll just, break concentration.
Guys, a little help over here, please.
I think we need to find what's behind that big door.
Hello and welcome back to The Stars of Huzuz, brought to you by the Troubadourks. My name is Ben Brady, the DM. Please remember to give us that 5-star review if you haven't done so already, and check us out on our Discord in the description below. Let's just jump right in and meet the rest of our adventuring party.
I'm Emily Blair, and I play Sir Reginald Wellington III.
I'm Ashley Marie Robillard, and I'm also Selene Nightshade.
My name is Jessie, and I play Charla.
I'm Haas, and I play Beetle.
I am Philippe L'Esperance. I am playing Gilbert Heatherington.
I am Jacob O'Shea, and I play Billowby Fiddlefern.
My name is Tom Lynch, and I play Kailu Yingwye Gwestedir.
And let us waste no more time. Onward to adventure. And you see right away.
That platform.
Mm-hmm.
It is broken.
So someone roll a perception.
6.
Reggie, you're taken aback as soon as these doors open by the sound of this very loud, active howling that seems to be coming from some of these large stone pillars that are piled together.
Oh.
There seems to be something like a wolf that is trapped in these pillars that have kind of been stacked on top of each other to form a cage.
Oh.
Billowby shoves his way through, doesn't even care about the other people, and walks right up to the pillars and tries to say, "Don't worry, friend, it's here. We're gonna take care of you. It's okay. Caught up in the fact that there's an animal here.
Can I roll a survival or an insight to see if it's really an animal? Oh, shit. 16?
With a 16, it's odd that there seems to be, besides the water elementals, not a whole lot of sign of life around here, right? All of the food has gone bad in the kitchen. I kind of disclosed that it's been a certain amount of months, and yet this thing is alive and trapped in here. So that's a little bit unnatural.
Hey, buddy. It smells like it doesn't need food. And who would have been feeding it? I'm just, feel free, but just giving my 2 cents. They're very fast and I fit in their mouths pretty perfectly.
I have Speak with Small Beasts, which is like a gestural thing where I can try and communicate with animals. I could also cast Speak with Animals, but I wanted to hold off on that.
The wolf will, after howling and maybe trying to see, it's closed in these pillars, so you can't really get a very clear look at it. You tried to speak with small beasts. A wolf is not quite in that category, I don't think.
No worries.
But it will go roar, 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 as if it's trying to communicate with you.
Alright, you know what? We're probably gonna have to take a long rest sometime soon. Let's blow my first level spell slot for Speak with Animals.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Alright there, friend. What you doing in there?
Are you servants of the Johnny?
The who?
Why have you come?
Where's Johnny?
Who are you?
Of the Johnny, a.k.a. Genie?
No, you're just going.
Now who might be the Johnny?
It is a blue elemental who came and attacked this temple.
We're not here to attack the temple. We came here looking for the Brotherhood who used to live here.
Who do you seek?
For fix's sake. Who did we come here looking for?
Shara Khan.
Shara Khan.
And Grick.
Oh, and a wee fella named Grick.
Grick has not been here in many months. I would know this as I am Master Shara Khan.
Alright, well apparently this is Master Shara Khan, so mission complete, y'all. Apparently Grick hasn't been here in a fortnight.
Alright, looks like I am pushing this one pillar. Let's go!
Good luck, Captain.
Well, Beetle, could you dig her out?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, what's the floor look like?
Marble.
What if you just destabilize part of it so Reggie can have the ups on cushion?
That could do it.
Super, super suspicious. Letting a wolf out of a cage.
Should we do an insight check then?
Insight check on the wolf.
Sure, I'll do an insight.
Just let me stare into this beast's eyes for a second.
23 insight on if this is actually Shara Kalkan and all of that garbage that she just spewed.
As you sort of get on all fours and really inspect, the wolf will sort of mirror your body language and sort of sit down and stop barking and just stare very calmly and serenely into your eyes, indeed giving that sort of feeling that this is perhaps a powerful monk master and perhaps an individual of immense power. Obviously, there's a little bit more to who they are, but they are telling the truth.
Holy crap, you guys, there's a person stuck in that wolf.
I go up to Reggie and I cast Enhance Ability.
Ooh, what's that do?
So, Reggie, you now have advantage on strength checks.
Are these the same rocks that the rock pillars in the meditation room?
Exactly. These seem to be the pillars that were torn out of the meditation room and now are being used as sort of a makeshift cage for this individual. They're mighty heavy, but Reggie, if you can make an athletics check of 25, then you will be able to start moving these things.
Okie dokie.
All right, you have advantage and 1 plus 1d4, so.
Okay, so let me roll again for advantage. That's 16 plus 1d4. I don't think I'll make it. No, I won't make it. I got a 19.
All right, let's do this instead. Billowby is going to put his hand through a small hole and put his hand out. You can trust me. Hoping that she'll come to touch his hand because the spell requires touch.
They will approach and take a paw and just place it gently on your hand.
Gaseous form.
Cool. So this wolf will indeed turn into gas, which will traverse outside of the cracks of this cage, and they will... I guess you just get to decide. That's how it worked in the other room. Do you decide when they break out of it?
Yeah, once they've cleared the cage enough, I'll break the spell so that they're not floating around as like fart for an hour.
All right. As the mist reforms, you see again the figure of a wolf.
All right. Well, we couldn't get you out of a wolf, but at least we got you out of the cage.
They will say, the only way to break me of this form is to break the mortal tethers of it.
All right, so there's some mortal tethers or some shite like that we have to break in order to make her not a wolf. Can I make an Arcana check to understand what that means?
Okay.
It means you have to kill him.
Stabby.
That's a 5.
They will bark and say, stabby, stabby is correct.
Oh.
If you remove me from this beast form, by ending my life, I will be able to reapparate. However, it is no guarantee that I will reapparate here on the mortal plane. It is more likely I would reapparate beyond from where I am from, the astral realm.
Okay. 1 moment, please. Alright, so I'm gonna have to kill her to get her back into a regular form. Are there any questions that we need to ask her before we send her on her way?
Several. How did she get here? Who put her in this spot? What happened in the temple? What happened to the platform? I have so many questions. The people that are missing, if she knows anything about them. Oh gosh, I'm so overwhelmed. I need to sit down.
If it's okay, just really quick. I know this isn't as important as everything else, but I know. Do you know a woman named by the name of Lilith? She was apparently here. She follows at the Estray.
If this is someone who has gone missing, then perhaps I do know of their whereabouts. Or at least what happened to them. I, of course, watch over here the Temple of the Tranquil Soul. On the night of Dendar's arrival, the Temple of the Tranquil Soul was ambushed. They were led by a powerful Johnny, which is indeed a type of elemental, who controlled her elemental armies from the plane of water and brought them to my doorstep on the night of the Serpent's descent. We, all of the brothers and sisters here, were watching the sky, and I admit even I was distracted. They will kind of drop their head down and do like kind of sad wolf ears. Then they will continue. She held us captive in the bodies of her obedient elemental guardians and ransacked our temple, defiled this holy place, searching for something, an artifact. She found this artifact, the Talisman of Terron, and with it she forced me to open this door to the astral plane. And you'll see the wolf go and bark towards the sort of broken portal beside them. This I did, and she began wrangling her prisoners into the portal. She forced me into this mortal form and caged me here, where I could only watch and listen. She used mostly brute force from her elemental servants, but I believe she also managed to sway some of the prisoners to join her. She marched her prisoners through the portal. From what I could ascertain, she found more than just the Talisman of Terron. Our library holds many powerful artifacts. She came across an object that could allow her to briefly traverse in and out of the ethereal plane. This object is called the Dimensional Loop. I believe she somehow used this tool to entice others to traverse through the portal. Strangers from around the region would come and walk through without struggle. I would howl and wail at each individual who walked into this room and try to stop them, but they were entranced in some form of somnambulism. For nearly a month this occurred intermittently. 3 nights ago, someone came in and cast a magical darkness in this room, and I believe they destroyed the portal. The Jani discovered it soon after and expressed great displeasure. I have seen no one since, until you arrived.
Interesting. Does the name Sister Kiana mean anything to you?
Indeed, she is one of the sisters who studied here at the temple. Why do you ask?
Perhaps she wasn't the betrayer of the monastery, but perhaps the betrayer of this Jani.
Though I try to be accepting of those who come with troubled past into this monastery, I do not believe that she cut her ties with some of her past associations, including the evil deity of Lolth. As for your sister, Selene, just see the wolf go in your direction. I believe she was one of the first who marched in a sleep-like trance through these doors and into the portal.
Right. That's what Jamila said. She said that it was like she was sleepwalking. She walked out without her clothes. She walked without anything. Just sort of out of the beehive, out of the town one night. Okay.
Do you know where they went in the astral plane?
The astral plane is vast. I usually use this gate only during winter nights when I assume my place in the stars as a certain constellation.
Oh my.
Are you one of the missing constellations that I've been hearing about?
The wolf, man.
My mother gave me the name of Asglyn. I'm one of the 7 daughters of Mistra, who often dwells amongst the stars. I have been missing from my post in the night sky this winter, as I have been captive here in this form for months.
Do you want to go back?
I am eager to see what has happened to many who are close to me, who were involved in the great eye opening, including several of my sisters. Do you know what has happened to Nalandroshin or Alagertha?
And I look to everyone else and I say, she's asking about Nalandro Sheen and Alagertha.
I like this Billowby as well.
Kai and Reggie can both roll some histories.
22.
You know these to be the names of several of the daughters of Mistra. Alagertha is the one, if those of you who remember, the cultists of Dendar beckoned through Alagertha first to be the beacon that guided Dendar towards our world. So Alagertha, the red star, did come through the eye. Reggie, what did you roll?
9.
You don't know what either of these names really mean.
Yeah.
But you're starting to put the pieces together as Kai, you do so first. Nalandroshin is the name of the star that was missing for millennia in the night sky that just 7 months ago finally took its place back in the form of Earth.
That's Earth. Yeah.
My sister, do you know, was she successful? Did she lead the serpent away?
Yes, she did.
She did lead the serpent away.
I was there the night that she disappeared into the Stargate.
It was crazy.
She healed me.
Then Dendar did not come.
No.
Dendar did not come.
She Earth or Nalandroshin led Dendar away.
Yeah, he got a little taste of me and decided he wanted nothing of us.
This is fortunate, but we are certainly still at a time of peril.
So what you're telling me is that if we end the mortal coil of this wolf, you'll return to the night sky.
I will most likely, yes, assume my form back as the constellation in the night sky. There I will hopefully be able to still assist and operate and try to find out exactly what is going on, where these people that this Jani has led into the astral plane, where they are going. I do not know. I also could potentially check in with my other sisters. Have you heard from any of my other sisters this winter?
Have I heard from any of the sisters? Because I don't remember from last.
Can Beetle roll survival? Just like he's been watching, not knowing what he's looking for, but like...
Kai roll a history. Beetle roll wisdom.
That's a natural 20, 24.
Boom!
You remember a few days ago when you were studying in the observatory, Erin has been dashing around the sky. She has not been behaving. Definitely trying to communicate with you. Sent that beam of light through the moon to guide you towards the book that told you about the Ori of the Wanderer.
Erin has been trying to communicate with me for many nights. She just darts all over the sky, and I'm not able to interpret anything that she's trying to tell me. At one point, she showed me a vision of a dear professor of mine, Master Zobeda, They talked about the missing pieces, and Kiana was talking about the rest of the pieces.
Now that this portal is destroyed, Jani's only remaining means of leaving the material plane and continuing her plan is
the dimensional loop.
The dimensional loop, which is one of 6 pieces of an object called the Ori of the Wanderer.
Oh!
This is the artifact with which she hopes to carry out her plans. Then she now seeks to unlock the object's true potential. I believe she hopes to assemble the Ori of the Wanderer.
Oh.
Well, that'll be interesting considering we have one of those pieces, don't we, Kai?
Yes. And if she gets all those pieces...
She can't just, talk to us, right? She's been chatting with, Billowby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have been the interpreter.
Billowby, do you speak with animals? Because I have my brain link thing, too, where I can...
What the fuck is that?
What?
What are you talking about?
It's, Kalishtar racial trait.
Gilbert's just like, it's a racial trait that I have.
You just said that out loud, and I don't think we know that about you yet.
Yeah.
We didn't know that about you.
I don't think that's just common knowledge. We just met you.
I like the idea that Gilbert walks into the room and has a 5-minute conversation silently.
Oh, yeah, so fun fact, I can kind of hear people's thoughts.
I don't know if that's a fun fact.
I'm learning so many new things about everyone.
Everyone?
They have to speak something. They have to speak a language.
I don't speak anything.
Oh, try it with me. Try it. What do you hear?
Gilbert's gonna go insane in about a 2-second time frame.
Take psychic damage immediately.
Beetle, what am I thinking? Guess.
Poop.
Yeah!
Hey, that's so cool. Wow, that's gonna come in handy. What am I thinking?
Also poop.
Oh, you got me, buddy. You got me.
Okay, sorry, can I talk to the wolf?
Yes.
All right.
That's what we've been doing.
Okay, so I fell out of the sky somewhere after picking raspberries for my mother for pies. I was told to come find you by a voice in the sky or in my head or in I don't know. Voices told me to come find you, so why are you a wolf?
Master Shara Kalakan will turn their wolf eyes towards you and sort of cock their head, and one of their ears will kind of point up.
Aww.
They're looking at you rather curiously. They are not sure who you are, and you will hear, "This voice, what did it sound like?" in your thoughts. That sounds rather ominous.
Yeah. Basically.
They don't know who you are or why you are here inherently, so I'm going to roll for them on you.
Yeah, let's get some dice.
Roll the bones.
Yeah.
They didn't roll tremendously well, so they will say, "I do not know who it is who sent you, but I recognize those artifacts on your wrists and that around your neck as those that may possess an entity within them. Perhaps it is an entity within one of those objects that has brought you here. Do you know where they came from?"
Your mom. Sorry.
I think I'm trying to decide how forthcoming I actually want to be.
We came all this way. Just tell her.
This is in their head.
Yeah.
None of us are hearing this. You're having a private conversation
I
right
think
now.
to Shara Kalkan, then I heard the voice being like, "Yo, come find me in this hollow of a tree and I'll help you home." And then there was a box in the hollow, so I opened the box and then I popped. Then the next thing I know, I'm Harrier and I'm in another place.
Phil, is Gilbert the kind of person who, when they're reading, their lips move? So, are his lips, even though he's not saying anything, are his lips still, kind of moving while he's talking or while he's thinking?
Not lips, I would say eyebrows. Just
Okay, all right. Otherwise, I was going to use observant to just,
I was going to say, can you read eyebrows?
I would say it's eyebrows and lots of gesticulating.
So we're all just watching this kid.
That's the most Phil character ever. Just gesticulating and eyebrows.
Just eyebrows and gesticulating.
"And this voice, do you hear it now?
At this very moment, or
Can you communicate with it?
I haven't really tried. I can try.
Perhaps it's worth trying to communicate with it. But my impression is that perhaps there are multiple entities trapped within these objects. If that is the case, they may not be able to communicate with you at the same time. And perhaps, for some reason, they are actively being prevented from communicating with you. However, if they told you to find me, that is perhaps something that they both agreed upon. And therefore...
What the fuck?
My belief, though I do not know, is that perhaps one of my sisters is connected to at least one of these objects. However, there may be something else connected to another one. And based on your mysterious past, I would say it's not inherently wise to trust whatever that other entity may be.
Inside you, there are 2 wolves.
That's a lot to take in.
Quick question for the DM, actually.
Sure.
Would Kai know about the orb that entrapped the water god in the elemental plane of water?
Side question. What orb?
This is a question that Tom is asking about our prologue adventure on the Isle of Razine.
Mm-hmm.
I was there for that.
Yes.
You were.
How about you go ahead and roll a history?
Okay.
Yes, please, roll a history and remind me.
Kai.
What is going on? What are you guys talking about?
13.
With a 13, you know, especially because you were appointed by the High Caliph to be assisting here in Huzuz, right? That object was confiscated and is under the control of the High Caliph, last you heard, which was immediately after everyone washed up on the shore after the Isle collapsed.
Great, I was there for that.
Okay, so it's with the Caliph and not with Shara Kalakan.
That's correct.
Yeah, good. So, as everybody's talking and as Gilbert's having this mime conversation with a wolf, Kai is just thinking, his eyes go wide for a second, and then he takes a sigh of relief, saying, okay, it's safe. Okay, that's good.
What Tom is talking about is this magical object that was used to trap Razine. Basically, Razine's essence was trapped inside this orb. And that's what the adventurers had to do in order to break down the Isle of Razine and free everyone.
So, is it like a mini plane is trapped within this object?
It's like a genie in a lamp.
Okay. Or a Johnny in an orb?
A Johnny in an orb.
Very good.
Okay.
Mr. Billowby, do you mind asking Shara Kalakan how and why she was leading the temple when she is, in fact, a star goddess?
Sure thing. If you're a star, what the heck are you doing here?
I was instructed by Gwayron Windstrom, the ranger god, my commander, and Nalandrashine's father, the one you know as Earth.
Oh my god, it's like Sirius and Orion.
I have watched over the region of Huzuz, and have indeed kept an eye on my sister, who knew not of her identity. I brought her, thousands of years ago, to a family of wolves. I knew these wolves, and they were the only mortals on this plane that I trusted to watch over my sister. So I brought her, without questioning her father's orders, to this world. I did not know the reason until I saw her traveling back into the sky and escorting Dendar the Night Serpent away from our world. I believe that was her purpose, and overseeing her purpose was mine.
Do you convey this, Billowby?
Oh no.
Word for word, man. Verbatim. Every single word. Tell me.
Billowby's brow furrows for a moment, and you kind of watch as he tries to piece this all together. And I think this is what he comes up with. So, some god sent her thousands of years ago, along with her half-sister, who is also this god's daughter, to stop whatever happened here 6 months ago or whatever the heck it was. And she thinks she was sent here to be a supervisor?
All right.
You know, to make sure that her sister doesn't mess around.
Her sister, which was Earth.
Yeah, I don't really get what that means.
Because the Earth
Her
is...
sister's a ball of Earth or something like that. That doesn't quite check for me, but that is what she said.
Okay.
She also said something other Nalandrashine or something like that.
Nalandrashine.
Oh.
Yeah, so there's also this Nalandrashine lass, and she might be the same person as the Earth. I can't quite follow that. But,
so many names.
Oh, and I forgot to mention, the Earth was also sent to a pack of wolves as a child, which we're not going to touch that right now, but it isn't this wolf, it's a different wolf, and it sounds like a bunch of hoo-ha, but I hope one of y'all knows anything of that.
It collaborates with the story.
Yes.
Well, I know this mainly, and Captain, you also probably know this, traveling with this druid named Earth.
Yes, I didn't travel with her, but she was when we fought off the cultists originally, that started everything, and, I died, and then she healed me, and then jumped into a space portal, so,
The reports correlate.
Reggie!
There we go. But yes, I believe it was the Lady Earth Nalandrashine. I believe they are one and the same.
Yes.
Earth Landrashine.
Such as Shara Kalakan is with the Wolf Constellation.
Yes.
Beetle obviously doesn't understand any of this, nor does he care, but all of these names, I feel like maybe make his head hurt. And he kind of sits down and like scratches the back of his head like a dog. But can I roll like an Arcana or something just to see if this triggers anything weird in Beetle? All these names about these stars and all of this movement and all of this whatever.
Sure. Arcana.
Okay, here we go. Oh, that's not his strong suit. Oh, but that is a natural motherfucking 20.
Yeah.
So 21. Yeah.
Killing it.
Off to a rolling good start.
You remember being inside of Dendar.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. No, sorry.
Different snake.
You remember its physical form, or whatever form it was taking as it was leaving the astral plane and making its way onto the mortal plane. You were enveloped in that form.
Yeah.
This happened at the time that Nalandrashin was being launched into space, right? And Dendar the Night Serpent turned around, made one giant tremendous revolution. And you remember at that moment you tapped into something deep in your subconscious that you cannot access now, but that was totally awakened as if in a dream of a past life. And for a moment it almost seemed to become a reality.
Holy crap. Something's going on, you guys. Ask her where we go next. Ask her what we gotta do. I'm excited.
Should we ask about how you were inside of Snake Guy?
Oh, yeah, sure. We could tell her that. Yeah, tell her I was inside the snake. See if she smells it on me. She's a dog.
So, Beetle here wants me to tell you he was inside the snake.
Inside Dendar.
Beetle,
Uh-huh.
would that snake be Dendar?
I mean, I think so.
Yes.
I think.
You think so?
Yep, yeah, that's what they're all telling me.
So he said that she said that is correct.
This is just the worst.
If that is true, then I'm surprised to see him standing here alive, as it would take quite a powerful being to survive such an experience.
All right, Beetle, you're a powerful being.
Everyone just does like a slow turn to look at Beetle, who's just like sitting like picking his nose with his pinky.
We all turn back. Kai just goes, interesting.
I believe it. I believe it.
Is this person just a wolf forever, or is she cursed this way? She's trapped in this form, right?
We have to kill her, right? We have to kill
We
this
have
wolf
to
form.
break the mortal coils, Beetle.
Oh, well, let's just do that so we don't have to keep going back and forth, right?
Well, then she'll be brought back to the realm of stars, essentially, and would be completely gone from this plane. And I can't remember where we landed on whether she wanted that or not.
Oh, she definitely wants it.
She's like, you want to go for a walk? You go for a walk? And she,
Right? Isn't that right? You want that? You want that?
Master Sharakalakan will convey to Billowby and Gilbert, I suppose. There is a chance, depending on
a roll,
that I return in some sort of mortal form which can communicate with all of you easily. Not this very frustrating form of wolf, and all I can do is... But there's also a chance that I go directly into the astral plane and assume my position as the constellation once again. Either way, I can continue to assist.
I'd like to not be this wolf anymore.
It would be difficult to communicate with me if the latter occurs.
Before we make the decision whether or not to potentially unalive you from this plane of existence, can I ask, is your sister Earth Maline?
Nalandrashin.
Nalandrashin, yes, thank you. Is that the one connected to the bracers?
I do not know that much based on my role. It could be her, it could be Ierin, the North Star, it could be another one. I'm not entirely sure. These objects are inherently meant to withhold information from even those as wise and powerful as myself.
The snake brand's on my face. Who's that guy? Everyone's been talking about a snake. Is that the Dendar guy they're talking about?
That appears to be, yes, a mark of Dendar.
Could we get the offending jewelry off his person?
Y'all have been staring each other in the eyes for quite a bit of time. What the hell's going on over here? Would you like to fill us in?
Oh, yeah, you're right. I haven't.
Still not even 100% sure I'm in the room.
We're just having a conversation about the bracelets and the things, the brands on my face, and like where I came from and stuff, and told her that I was told to find it by one of the voices that apparently are in...
I'm so sorry to interrupt, but every minute that passes, Lilith and Grig are in further danger. And as much as I want to find out more information, I am now getting very, very anxious and getting ready to move on and try to find them.
All right, we'll take deep breaths.
Yeah, there are times for planning and there are times for action.
Apologies.
As according to the book. And right now is a planning time.
But right now we are listening to this kid talk to Shaka Khan.
We will burn into action shortly, but we should continue planning.
So Kai starts moving and he has a limp, and then he goes, I actually think we should take a rest.
But maybe a nap first.
He's like, we gotta go now. Takes one step. Actually,
Your Highness,
He lost half of his hit
Your
points.
Highness, you have a limp that is new. Did you incur this in this most recent battle?
Maybe.
Wouldn't you like to know?
Let me understand if I get this correct. You're telling us you want to act, and now you're telling us you want to nap. Which is it? Make up your fucking mind.
It's nap now.
it's nap. I want a nap.
Nap now.
It's nap now.
Okay. Go ahead, dearie.
I think the prince might be hungry and needs a little snooze, so maybe we ask this nice star lady whatever questions we need to about the kids' jewelry and where we gotta go next, and then we take a little nappy nap. That's my plan.
That's a good plan.
Yes.
I like that plan.
And I'm a very powerful being, so you should all listen to me.
Now, Kai,
Yes, Mr. Billowby?
give me that MacGuffin thingy that Beetle gave you back in Huzuz.
I take out the, but my notes are very random.
Wheel of Stars, something of that.
The Wheel of Stars, right?
Can you tell me anything about this thing?
That appears to be one of the 6 pieces of the Ori of the Wanderer.
One of the 6 pieces. Find the pieces.
It is fortunate that you have one of them. However, that means that at some point, the Johnny will probably come for you. I believe she is now trying to collect all of the pieces. And if this happens, it'll be far more than the few friends you've lost who suffer consequences, I fear.
Indeed.
Alright, so the way I see it is we should probably send you on your way. And if you pop back here, that'd be wonderful. And if you're in the stars, that'd be even more wonderful, because it's probably where you belong. And we need to figure out where this sister Kiana went on off to, and what shenanigans she's up taking care of, because she's the one who, we assume, broke this portal. And if she did that...
Did she use the portal before she destroyed it?
Oh, yeah, I guess that would be an important detail. So did Kiana, I mean, I know you said that it was covered in magical darkness. Do you know someone went through the portal and then destroyed it? Or did Kiana destroy the portal and then, moonwalk out of here?
That is unclear to me. I believe that Satara and whomever she is aligned with still have the capabilities of traveling beyond because they have the dimensional loop. The part of the Ori of the Wanderer that was here in the library that I know they took, along with the Talisman of Terran.
Oh boy. Yikes, yikes, yikes.
Alright, so we need the dimensional loop, we need the Talisman of Terran, we need to figure out where this sister went, assuming we can get to them. And
Reggie is writing this down.
On a whiteboard, Reggie pulls out like
to-do list.
The cow is white as milk, the hair is yellow as corn.
And luckily, the most achievable one of these is we need to send you on your way.
Indeed.
What's that last one more time? Sorry, I got caught up.
We're gonna kill the wolf.
I don't need to write that down.
If I indeed do not return in mortal form, it is urgent that you find the pieces. Stop Satara's nightmarish plan. She will likely have left the Huzuz region and is now searching for the pieces in the high desert.
High desert.
Oh boy.
High desert. Stop this lady. Find pieces. Okay, I got that all.
Before you dip, potentially to a different plane, do you have any recommendation for how we could tell who is friend or foe moving forward? Anything that could tell us particularly that they might be aligned with the Johnny? I could probably cover Loth, or on the other hand, people who are more aligned with you and your stars, magics.
Indeed, there is a skill called Insight.
Burn!
I gotta say, knowing that you can be sarcastic only makes me like you more.
I'm sorry.
No, Selene loves you now.
Roll for psychic damage.
I would say you are correct to be skeptical, and I would not share the information of the pieces assembling to any that you do not trust, because those who are hungry for power may want to get their hands on the orrery once it is assembled. There are a few who have been named as protectors of these various pieces. Those are who I would attempt to reach if Satara has not reached them already.
Okay, drop those names, girlies.
What are those names, my lady?
I can remember one name in particular, and there may be more written in one of the ledgers in the library. There is a document that shares the last known named places of the various parts of the Orrery of the Wanderer. If you cannot assemble that list, the person I would find in the high desert is named Najib bin Kamal al-Assad in the Jamal Oasis.
Would you mind spelling that, please?
Najib, N-A-J...
Okay, I got roar. Okay, thank you.
Najib Kemal al-Assad. Yes.
That is correct.
Thank you, my lady.
All right, now who has the most powerful spell still to burn?
I still have a few spell slots.
I mean, we also, have knives.
This shouldn't take much. I am just a wolf.
I am not a wolf.
I'm not even here.
Aye, but we want to make sure it's as painless as possible.
I cannot slay the innocent. I'm going to leave.
Without, everyone sort of being like, you do it, I don't want to do it. Beetle suddenly, his nails grow insanely long and very sharp, like the badass chick with adamantium nails in X2. God, she's so hot. And is just gonna kind of, slink up through you guys and is just gonna look into the wolf's eyes. And, I'm just trying to
coward. You're chickening out.
How you killing the puppy?
Does anyone have any last questions?
No, let it rip.
Thank you.
The Beetle's gonna just kind of look into this very wise wolf's eyes, even though Beetle hates wolves. But he looks in. Yeah, he's like,
You ready, buddy?
They will nod and they will raise their chin to the sky as if presenting their throat.
Oh my god.
Beetle's just like,
Have a safe trip.
and then just super fast and is going to use primal savagery and just use the razor sharp, you can't even see it.
I suppose we'll roll with advantage an attack roll to see.
Great.
I swear to God, if you miss this.
That's another fucking nat 20. I might use
thank
to
God.
Okay, good.
after this.
God.
Okay, well the other one was a 3, so it's a 28.
The wolf does not even let out a pitiful howl. It just suddenly closes its eyes and it's a clean kill. That's all we'll say. Now, as the body begins to collapse on the floor,
Don't fall on me, oh God!
we will roll to see what happens to Master Shara Kalakan.
All right.
If you'd like to roll that, Beetle, since you did the honors here.
Sure.
We'll say,
Oh God.
1 through 10. Shara Kalakan will stay low, as in take a different form here. 11 to 20. They will ascend to their constellation form.
Ooh, hot dice. And this is just a flat 20, or?
Yes.
Yikes. Okay, here we go.
I don't know which is preferable here.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I feel like if she just takes another form, we have to kill that one too.
That's kind of where my thought process is.
Fuck! God damn it. That's a 6.
Oh,
New friend.
With a 6, you will see a new form.
Ooh.
Starlight will twinkle.
Oh!
What the
This will appear in the room with you.
oh no, she's a furry.
It gives off the same sort of astral power eminence that Nalandroshin did when you found her just before she stepped through the portal. Remember, she was in kind of her true form as well. She didn't look like her normal elf self. So this is kind of that equivalent form for Asglyn the wolf.
Fuck yeah!
Kai is just kind of aghast because it's his first time meeting a
God.
that he's worshipped. So he's
First time meeting a god, buddy. It's okay.
yeah. So he's kind of just stunned to silence, and the most that he could do is not look directly at the goddess and just try to be as respectful as possible.
This burst of fucking Sailor Moon light. Just we're all
Holy crap! Whoa!
Thank you, friend, for releasing me of that form.
Oh yeah, no problem.
It was too long I was trapped in that fleshy wolf body.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But now I am here,
We can hear her now, right?
I can, yes, indeed, speak to everyone.
Oh, like we're all hearing this, guys. Is this just me? Is she in my head now?
No, it is not just you.
No, Beetle, she is speaking out loud.
Oh, wow. This is a wild day. Really, I really need a nap too.
Reggie walks back in and goes, ah!
Reggie, like, took a break to
Wolf
go
lady!
get, like, a snack.
Yeah. He comes back holding, like, those, like,
A Bosco stick.
pretzel chips or something. Yeah.
Yes.
Combos. He comes back holding combos.
Just, if we ever get brands or advertisers, insert a certain chip or snack here.
Generic pretzels.
He comes back with a Casper mattress. What's this?
I'm gonna sleep so well now.
This long rest brought to you by
HelloFresh.
You are the mattress.
Is it a mimic or is it a mattress?
Well, I'll tell you this much. I don't think Charla's going to believe this no matter what we tell them.
No.
Charla?
I don't believe anything you fuckers say.
Oh, Charla, you're here.
No, I'm not. I'm still fucking outside. I know nothing.
What? Come inside. What are you doing outside?
I don't know.
I like the obstinance that you're just like, I'm not going to come inside until somebody comes and gets me. Goddammit.
Somebody has to fucking come and get me.
Fine, I'll go get her.
I haven't determined why I was outside to begin with.
Charla!
You missed the whole thing.
You're never gonna believe this. There's a wolf lady. Come on, come see.
Charla saw, like, the entire, like, door frame just light up, like, when the beast turns into Adam, and just, like, the entire cast, like, you can see it, like, for all around. Like, she's just like, wonder what's going on in there. If someone would come get me, maybe I'd know.
Not another divine mission.
Yeah, exactly. I've seen enough
fucking
divine
quest.
shit happen. I don't need to see another ascension. We've seen one already.
Been there.
I was perfectly happy on my farm, and then you guys came and ruined it, and now here I am again.
Asglyn the wolf will look around at all of you and say, you look like you could use some rest.
I can say that again.
Since I have taken this form, I will make sure that there are no other dangers present here, if you wish to rest here in the temple.
I'd like to roll insight.
Very good, as I recommended.
15.
You absolutely trust Asglyn. You feel like they have seen a part of you that no one else has, including yourself.
Wink.
Beetle blushes and he does like,
Oh, gosh, stop it.
What kind of mattresses will we be resting on, lady?
Insert your product here. This could be you. Mattress company.
Raid Shadow Legends.
They will also go over to the portal and they will look at it and say, it'll take much time to repair this.
Where did this portal go to, my lady?
To the astral realm. It is how I would go into the night sky on winter nights and appear as the constellation there.
So how are you getting back there now?
Now I will attempt to repair this portal, which will take some time. Whatever dark magic was used upon it will take time to reverse, but I will likely be more help on the other side than I am here. But I will do what I can to assist you while I am here.
Thank you, my lady.
Now, Beetle, how the hell did you feck this up for us?
What?
Beetle was already going to sleep. Beetle literally was like already curled up and it was like,
What? What you say?
Don't you be doing that.
Why? It's
We need someone to watch you when you do that.
nap time. Well, she'll be here.
No. Last time you went to sleep, you popped out of nowhere and disappeared.
What?
We're not letting you fall asleep quite yet.
What?
Huh?
I don't know. He says a lot of funny things.
When Beetle and I were on the road to the city, there was one night I had to take care of some business in the middle of the night.
Been there.
And I woke up and Beetle wasn't there.
Huh.
But then when I woke up in the morning, he was back in the same spot he was as if he hadn't moved at all.
I don't know. I just really want to go to bed.
Yeah.
I'll sit right next to you. We can hold hands.
and Beetle still has his super long nails, so he's just like,
We'll figure that out, but no falling asleep quite yet.
The good news is that I don't need too much time to be completely rested. I could stand watch if need be.
Great. I need to just trance for like 9 hours, 10 hours.
You can't stand watch. You have a limp.
Well, I can't stand watch.
People with limps can stand.
Selene, the cleric, is like,
Just
I need a night of healing. That's all I need.
All right, shall we move into the dormitory and just, transfer however long we need?
Or we could bring the mattresses in here like a slumber party and hang out with the wolf while she fixes stuff.
She could also come into the dormitory.
If it's okay with everyone, I'm gonna take a mattress and sleep next to the statue of Eliestre out there, just because it's one of the only things I know my sister has been near other than this damned portal, and that's where I'll be sleeping tonight.
Billowby wants to take a look at this corpse that we just created and see what the nonsense is about that. It was a wolf that survived for many months without sustenance. Is it physical? Is it just a wolf? Like, what is going on with this corpse that we've just created?
The corpse is no longer present in the room. When this astral energy formed and this new form came, the very cleanly executed wolf body dissolved away in starlight.
Darn it, there goes the resources.
Use every bit of it, you say.
That's good meat.
Good, get a stew going.
That was a good pelt, damn it.
Ben, is there a chance that I can go back into the library and search for the logs for the protectors of the pieces?
Absolutely. And I think at one point you rolled fairly well last time. We just didn't get a chance to really talk about what you might have found because you were searching in the right area.
Sorry.
Yeah, we'll say you can go back in there and sort of check out this ledger. Well, essentially, what you'll find is a book. There is a section labeled Updates on Last Known Locations of Pieces of the Orrery. The next page is torn out.
Oh, surprise!
Of course it is.
Surprise!
There is one other piece of information, though, attached to this entry, and it's the signatures of the various curators of the overseeing of these objects, and I'll share that with you.
Signatures of the curators. Master Shara Kalakan, Najib bin Kamal al-Assad, Nadia Fadela, Miranda Heatherington, and Professor Zobeida.
Wait.
He just kind of looks at the names, see Professor Zobeida's name, and is wondering where to find Miranda Heatherington and Nadia Fadela. But Najib bin Kamal al-Assad is our next journey of who to find, and hopefully they will have more answers.
When I hear Kai say Heatherington, I just raise my hand.
Yes, Gil?
Yeah, you. If you hear that, you know that it's your mother's name.
Guys, my last name's Heatherington. That's my mom.
That's your mom?
Oh.
Miranda's your mother.
Yeah, Miranda, that's my mom. Uh-huh.
Well, where do you live? Is it closer than the high desert?
Last I checked, before, I went through the portal and all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
It was outside of Huzuz, not too far. It was we were right on the outskirts, just hanging out. Just we had a little cottage in the woods somewhere. My parents were priests for Pelor, so we kind of just did our thing and stayed out there. And
well, that shouldn't be too hard to find.
Well, how about either Beetle, Reggie, or I guess Kai roll an insight roll?
Oh, okay. 19.
11.
Dirty 20.
Yeah.
Miranda Heatherington is a priestess of Pelor who also happens to, based on what you've heard from Gilbert, be associated with the Akabar cultists. You found the Wheel of Stars in the underground lair of the Akabar cultists.
Oh, fuck.
So, one could assume, with your high rolls, that whichever piece Miranda was in charge of looking over, she forfeited to these cultists, and that's the one that you took into your possession when you broke into the treasure room.
Oh.
Good for us.
I don't know if your mom's still alive, buddy.
What?
Really intense way to start that sentence, Beetle.
That's a big assumption.
Let's not make any assumptions. What we do know is that we have the piece that the Akabar cultists had.
Quick question for clarification. There are 5 signatories, but 6 pieces to the Orrery of the Wanderer?
That looks right to me.
All right.
That math ain't mathin', though.
Ben, could we get the world map when you get a chance?
Yeah.
Cool.
Y'all are in Huzuz. Y'all are up on these cliffs here. This is the high desert, which is across the Souk Bay. So there might be some way to the Jamal Oasis, which does actually appear here on the edge.
Yeah. Okay. Boy, that's far.
After Kai finds what he can in the library, he takes a mattress and then he moves it very, not well, just moves it by himself and drags it over to the big door right next to wherever Beetle is going to be. He's keeping an eye on Beetle to see if Beetle disappears or not.
Kai, before you go to rest, two things. One, I just want to apologize for earlier during the fight when you very kindly asked me if I was okay, and my response was, am I okay? What the fuck does that even mean?
Selene.
Sorry. Yes.
Don't worry about it. We were in a very high-stress situation, and I tend to have defense mechanisms that just makes me check on other people rather than myself.
No, that's a great impulse. You're good. That wasn't on you. That was fully on me.
Don't worry about it.
But also, I found this thing in the library, and I just don't think I'm the one who should have it. Here. Just don't open it, though. Don't open it, though. And I'm going to explain that this is the golem book I'd found in the library. It's a manual of golems. However, if you attempt to read it when not a powerful spellcaster, you'll get damage right away. So Selene is going to hand this sort of like thick tome to you.
Got it.
I don't know. I think you should read it.
I am trying to sleep in here.
Thank you, Selene. I will be very careful with this.
Reggie, you're going to feel a tug at your pant leg, and Billowby is going to be down there with a 50 feet of hemp rope and say, I need you to tie me to Beetle.
May I ask why?
We are not letting this guy disappear.
Okay. Beetle, do you consent?
I mean, I don't really care.
Okay. This is most unusual, but sure, what the heck, why not? We've had an unusual day.
I don't think anything's gonna happen. I think he's just freaking out for no reason.
Alright, well, better safe than sorry, I guess. So he's gonna tie you guys together.
Reggie's just such a good Boy Scout.
There's one loop around one person's waist, and then a loop around the other person's waist.
We are not letting you disappear again.
I'm being watched from all sides here. I think we're gonna be okay, bud.
Kai has pulled the mattress right in front of the door. Is that correct?
So basically where Kai can have a good feel for the starlight.
But I'm just wondering if I hit you with the door in just the right way, if maybe the book would come open.
My God.
I'm very curious.
Remember when we rolled for Charla betraying the party?
Not even where my mind was going. I just want to know what's in the book.
What's in the book? It's a manual on golems, Charla.
What you got there? Let's find out.
I'm curious too.
Reggie is gonna go to the outside of the temple, like right on the edge, and kind of look at the vista and beautiful view for several hours.
Cool. Billowby, you're tied to Beetle, right?
Yep. So whatever Beetle does, Billowby does grumpily.
I am going to go into like that corner bed over in the dormitory like a sulky teenager, trying to like communicate with whatever is in the bracelets, on and off sleeping, but like concentrating on that.
Cool.
Can I go see Gil real quick?
Yeah.
Hey, Gil.
Yeah, what's up?
I found something else that I thought maybe you might like. You do cleric-y things, right?
Cleric-y adjacent, I would say, yes, at least.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. I also got some weird shit going on. That's fair. So there's this sacred tome. I know that you're kind of in a studious place right now, but you can use it and study it for a long time, and eventually I think you get a bonus to, like, the kind of place wherein you are getting your cleric magics from. And I just thought if anyone could use a boost for figuring shit out, it might be you, my friend.
I do like reading.
Me too! What kind of things do you like to read?
Lately, cooking.
Oh.
I haven't been able to read for like maybe about like a day or so, just I haven't had a book on me. But yeah, a lot of cookbooks.
Incredible.
You know, if all this works out, I can be a chef afterwards. It'll be great.
I like your plans, kid. Cool. Well, I hope that's helpful. I'm gonna go to bed. If you need anything, let me know. I'm sending good vibes. And then Selene's just gonna like kind of awkwardly, because like Selene has very automatically been like, I will protect this Gil, who does not need protection because Gil's a complete badass. So just awkwardly, he's gonna just like reach out and like pat your shoulder, like cool. Goodbye. I'm gonna go sleep.
And Gil's like, wow, someone patted my shoulder.
You walk the long way down the dormitory and then just like, door open, door closed, wanna open, close? I'll just open just in case.
Cracked, slightly cracked.
So if you wanted to, you could start reading this book. It's probably not very interesting. It's not going to be as flavorful as a cookbook, but
It's a book.
Technically, it takes almost 100 hours to get the actual benefit from it. We might be able to mediate that somehow, but we can assume that you do start the process of studying this book if you want to.
The long rest is 8 hours, but you sleep half of that time, basically. So the other half you can attune, sharpen weapons, or...
Then I'll read that for an hour. Like, I'll be like, oh, I have to read this now, because that was such a nice moment.
Super duper.
When I've really given you a homework assignment.
Yeah, you got homework. You got homework. Bummer. Gilbert got homework.
He's that person who actually read the book on the book report and didn't read Spark Notes.
Reggie went outside.
Yeah.
Reggie went outside.
I'm going to hang with Reggie because Reggie's the one that I know that smells the best of the two of you that I do know. Beetle, sorry. I will go to the dormitories with Reggie now that I've been retrieved from outside.
Right on. So as we transition into this 8 hours of rest and various activity, sleeping and meditation, I will have all of you roll for me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, shit.
Excuse me?
Why?
That brings us to the end of another thrilling episode of The Stars of Huzuz, brought to you by the Troubadours. Thanks for tuning in. See you back on the adventure in the next episode.